Hi everybody, Sharon here, Waldport Public Library. For me, January is always Science Month, and we have so many cool things going on this month, but we also have some science experiments to share with you. I'm going to start out with this cool experiment I found in a book at the library, Candy Experiments. And I'm going to be handing out kits that have to do with this experiment and a candy cane experiment too that you'll get pictures of. Now, today we're going to do about red and yellow make orange, or do they? But we're also going to be making an experiment with H2O, water, 1% milk, and soda. Okay? I used regular Sprite. Now, you can see what's happening here with the Skittles. And what you want to do is figure out why that happens. So let's take a look at our experiment, and then we'll talk a little bit about it. And we're going to be doing 3 things today. So, you ready? Okay, we're going to start with the 1% milk. Let's see what happens when we put that on. You need just a little bit. The white plate works best for this. What do you think? It's not really doing a lot, is it? So, let's see what happens when we add the water. Okay, I'm going to switch plates so you can see them really well, front and center. And I'll change this so we know it's right in front of there. Okay, here's the H2O, water. You don't want to get too carried away with your water to overpower your Skittles, but you want them to be in it. Now let's see what's going to happen. Oh, can you see the color starting to come out of them? It's starting to happen. Okay, keep that on it for a minute so we can get a start of it, and then we're going to set it aside in a moment too. Wow, the milk isn't doing anything. Look over here. But look at what's happening with the water. So you have to ask yourself, why does water affect it when milk doesn't? Let's see what happens when we put soda on it, okay? Fix my design. And this is a great chance to pattern too, to make yourself a color wheel and count them out. You can hear the soda. Let's see what happens. Hear it fizzing on them, but is the color going to come out? I think it's starting to. Here, head back to the water so we can see what's happening there. And the milk. Hey, look, the milk's doing something with some of them. Now that's interesting, isn't it? Okay, the soda's starting to work, but so far, plain H2O is the most amazing effect. Okay, I'm going to set this aside for a minute, and we're going to start on another project. Okay, these little tiny things are called water beads. You see them, how tiny they are? They are not candy. Remember that, because you're going to get one of these in your science kit. Don't eat them, ever, okay? Because watch, look what happens when you put a little bit of water on them and let them set for a while. This is what you get. You can do cool experiments with water beads, and I'm going to show you one. I'm going to grab my pitcher of water, or my vase, and I'm going to show you how water beads come in a big container, and there's a lot of them. They do look like beads, don't they? Okay, what are water beads made of? They're absorbable objects. Okay, now we're going to take this and put it in here. Ready? You can see there's a variety of sizes because I put some of the tiny ones in so that they could start to change a little earlier. Now, we need one more thing. This is for antacid when you have a stomach ache and you need something to help relieve your stomach ache. It's not candy. Okay, we're going to add this to it. My cameraman's going to be ready to catch this because it's really cool. It's almost like a lava lamp. Ready? Ha! Let him go. Can you hear it? Isn't that cool? They just start bouncing. Isn't that fun? I think it's really fun. Let's add some more beads to it, see what happens. If the little ones will go crazy too. Okay, I think we need to add another antacid, don't we? Here it is. Let's try it again to see what we get. Because it's worth it, it's fun. And it's also experimental, and you got to ask yourself, why does this happen? There they go again. So inside your stomach, when you take one of these, it's taking the things that are bothering your stomach and helping to reduce the acid. Okay, we have another experiment to do. Hang on. You can keep watching that while I bring it over to show you. Okay, for this one, we're going to need food coloring. And I got to tell you, food coloring in the little drop jars are getting harder and harder to find. So if you like science experiments and you see these in a store, pick them up, because most of the time now you can only find food coloring in gels, which don't quite work the same in experiments. So let's work on this. This one is called Make a Color Explosion. I like to think of it as like planets. It's a really cool project that you use with milk, food dye, detergent, and a Q-tip. You place a few drops of dye into the milk, dip the Q-tip into the detergent, and very gently place the Q-tip in the water. Then we're going to see what happens. I think they meant into the milk. Okay, the action in this experiment is a bit complex. Our chemistry book showed how soap molecules, the things that make it up, have different properties. Our book explains it as one end being oil-alike and the other water-alike. And oil and water don't mix. And can you tell me what oil is? Well, it's fats. Okay? All right. The oil ends of the soap become surrounded by the water molecules. This experiment shows the movement of molecules as the fat molecules are interacting with the soap detergent molecules. The molecules of fat bend, roll, twist, and contort in all directions as the soap molecules race around to join up with the fat molecules. Let's see how that works, okay? Because I want to see it race around. And we're going to find out something too. Remember I told you that oil is fat? Well, let's see. This is whole milk. Whole milk means it has all of the fats in it still. We're going to put this in this container here. Okay. And this one is 1%. That means it has almost all the fat out of it. We're going to find out which one works better. I think I need to add a little more to them. Hold on. See? There's the whole milk. It's thicker and richer, more calories, lots of things like that. The 1% still gives you calcium, but it doesn't have the fat. And for a lot of people, that's easier to drink, and perhaps better for them. Hold on. Here is my detergent. Don't need that yet. First, we're going to take our drops. This one is a yellow. We'll put a drop of yellow in. Okay, we'll do the same over here. Very nice looking, isn't it? See how it sits on top of that milk? Okay, let's try some blue. This one says it's pink. Let's check that out. That looks really cool. Ooh, that's a cool color. And let's add a green, all right? Okay, now here comes the fun part. I'm going to dip my Q-tip in here, and we're going to just barely touch the milk and see what happens with this one, okay? Look at it go. That is with the 1%. Can you see that? Isn't that cool? Let's see what it does over there. Wow, it's really moving, isn't it? Okay, let's try the other end of this. Let's try the whole milk. You ready? Wow. That is really cool. I'm really surprised though, because this milk shouldn't have been as spectacular as this milk. Let's see what else we can do there. Wow. That is neat. Oh, look, it's moving. Look at it go. Well, that is really cool. Let's go down deep on this one and see what happens. Well, not as much. That makes sense. See, the fat is working on this one. The molecules are trying to separate away from the fat. It's really spectacular, don't you think? And it's going to keep working on it. Let's try this again with a clean one. Okay, here we are in the 1%. Nothing now. Let's see if anything else will happen with the whole milk. Yep, there it goes again. Let's touch this out here with the blue. So we can get it moving. Huh, isn't that great? So this particular experiment, I'm going to be giving you the instructions to it, but because it's so hard to find the colors, the food coloring, I'm going to have to just give you that and let you ask around and see if you can find some food coloring. But try it out, and let's look at again at what they said about it. Other sources explain that the factors at work here, such as breaking the surface tension of the liquid, is part of it. At any rate, it's a colorful, fun experiment to do with anybody. As the soap becomes evenly mixed with the milk, the action will slow down and eventually stop. So this one has almost stopped, and that means that the soap has become evenly mixed with the milk, whereas this one is still moving. That's really cool. All right, let's take a look at our other projects, okay? So, here's the water. Here's the soda. And here is the milk. And the milk just really hasn't done a lot more, has it? Okay. Now our last project, let's take a look at it again. There it is. And let's see, we can put in one more tablet and see if we can get it to go again. Remember, these are going to be available this week, and the YouTubes will be available this week, so you can follow along or just have fun on your own. And there will be a cool candy cane experiment for melting candy canes to the shape you want. Look at that. Hey, thanks for exploring with me today. Remember, we have lots of great science experiment books here at the library, and lots of Zooms this month. Come get your calendar and come find out all the fun that's happening for January. Talk to you later. This is Sharon from the Waldport Public Library. Bye-bye.